Hello, my name is Michael King. I am 28 years old and live in Auburn, Alabama with my beautiful wife. I graduated in 2012 from the University of Mobile with a bachelor's degree in human performance and exercise science. I am currently working towards my master's degree in physical education. My hobbies include golf, spending time with friends and family, and attending Auburn University sporting events. I currently am a driver's ed and PE instructor at Smith Station High School, where I also coach football and baseball. My cognitive development has been influenced mostly by hands-on learning. I'm a hands-on learner when it comes to trying to fix or solve some type of issue. If I can mess with something long enough, I can figure out how it works and the best solution. My younger years, I did not enjoy reading. Later, I found out I struggle with a mild form of dyslexia. But with that, as an adult, I have really enjoyed trying to improve my ability to learn in different ways. I use my laptop and cell phone as my two main tools for learning, but love to go to as many professional development workshops as possible to still get the hands-on learning effect. My cultural development is big partly influenced by my family and my beliefs. Some examples of my cultural beliefs are working hard for what you believe and do your best no matter what circumstances. I believe in God and believe that Jesus died on the cross for me and my sins. Growing up in Auburn, it is my culture to in the fall to attend football games, in the winter basketball games, and in the spring baseball games. I grew up in a very competitive group of friends and could not help but want to compete myself or be around competition. As an adult, I am still true to my cultural background. Emotional development is how one shows emotions as well as copes with different factors. I've always been a person that if I struggled with something, I kept it inside and dealt with it internally. As a child, this was also a way with dealing with something, but I would have a blow up when it got to be too big that I could not handle. I have learned to talk about things, but still do not like to talk about issues much. My adult years, my emotional development has been more centered towards my family. I have gotten a lot better with age with controlling my emotions, even when they are too big to handle myself, but still be in control of the situation. Moral development deals with expectations, establishing norms to follow daily to cope with them. I believe that if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right the first time. I also believe that we should treat others like we would want to be treated. That to me is always the best policy, even if it means having to spend more time and effort to do so. As a coach of 15 to 18-year-old young men, I'm trying to best instill those values into their daily lives every day. Physical development is one of the most important areas of development. I feel like physical health and activity is incredibly important. I come from a family where both my parents are diabetics and my mother struggles with weight gain. As a physical education teacher, I make a conscious effort to eat right and try to be a good example for my students. When we do stretching, I do the stretches with them as well. I try to watch my weight and get 8 hours of sleep at night if possible. It is a very difficult test with coaching, being a teacher, and a 6-hour course load, but I try. Social development is how we interact with others. I believe a lack of social development has been increased with the new generation of kids because of the simple use of technology. They can get on a camera and talk to it or a microphone and talk, but talking face to face is very hard for some to handle. I try to make sure to greet every student or person that I make eye contact with in my daily life. I grew up with an idea of if someone did not say hello to me, they did not want to be my friend. I feel now that students, if you do make verbal contact with them, it makes them feel uncomfortable. And as a teacher, I want to be there for my students or for them to learn in all areas of development. In conclusion, I believe I should treat others as they want to be treated. I feel like you should treat the janitor with the same respect you would treat your superintendent. I believe you should come to work and do your job with the best of your ability. If that means stay late, go the extra mile to make everything we do the best we can. If something is worth doing, then it is worth doing right. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Never be too prideful to admit when you do something wrong. This is the conclusion of my personal development slideshow.